Happy Wednesday! Fit Body, it is Coach Jordan coming at you here on your Nutritional Wednesday, day after Christmas. I hope you had a blessed Christmas with your family. You had some great days off of boot camp, and now you're ready to come back and hit it hard. So, without further ado, I am talking today about the 3 different types of dieters that are out there. And I'm going to hopefully give you some tips to combat them. The first type that we are looking at today is our yo-yoer. Yo-yoers, I love you. You are awesome. You're so good with trendy diets. It's got to be in. It's got to be new. You're so easily swayed by the media that as soon as research comes out about something's good for you, keto, Atkins, South Beach, ooh, I'm all over it. Yeah, it's what I've wanted to do all along. No, you've tried so many diets, but that's not a bad thing. You are awesome at dialing it in for a short period of time. So 6 weeks, 4 weeks, boom, that's your wheelhouse. So what we want to do is, we want to celebrate the non-scaled victories, because yo-yoers, progress is generally pretty slow for you. Because with yo-yo dieting, your metabolism kind of gets a little bit slower and a little bit detrimental for your metabolism. But we want to thrive on the fact that you are able to dial it in for 4 weeks. So with our yo-yoers, the second action plan that I'm going to give you is have a fallback onto a 90-10 lifestyle. Have a good lifestyle maintenance where you're eating whole foods for 90% of the time. Then give yourself the challenges of those different diets sprinkled in throughout the year. So then for 4 weeks, you can do something. But the place where yo-yoers deviate is when we have temptation, we're all in on that temptation. When our 4 weeks is up, diet is out the window and we are splurging and we lose all the progress that we just had. As soon as we gain all that weight back, we're back on the next trend or the next fad or the next thing that has research behind it. So what we want to think about today is that if you are a yo-yoer and I'm talking to you, it's all right to have those 4-week meal plans where I'm going to do keto for 4 weeks, but you're going to make it 4 weeks. You're not going to go 5 because on 5 you're going to get burnt out. All right? When that 4 weeks hits and you're done with keto, you're going to go back onto your lifestyle diet. You need to have a maintained lifestyle diet. That's what we struggle with as yo-yoers, is having that lifestyle maintenance, because we love the fads. We love the quick results. So that's our combat for yo-yoers. For abstainers, I love the abstainers, because I get so many questions about, was this food good or bad? That's how abstainers think. Is you're very black and white. You're very type A. You're very organized. It's got to be cut. It's got to be dry. Food's either good or bad. Boom. Just like that. Well, in my opinion, the reason I struggle with this, and I am not an abstainer, is because foods are good or bad based on what else you're eating. So let me give you an example. If your fats are already through the roof, you already consume a ton of fats, an avocado is not a beneficial vegetable for you. That's not going to help you out at all. Now, on the flip side, if you're generally pretty low carb and you're good about keeping your carbs in check, sweet potato is an awesome food. But if your carbs are already through the roof, no, I'm not going to advise that you give yourself a refeed meal where you're increasing your carb intake. So it all depends on what other foods you're eating in combination with those foods that makes a food good or bad. So for our abstainers, what I want to give you is, remember, we have our NAG sessions where we can sit down and create a list of foods for you that's going to be good or bad. Because the foods that are bad for me are not going to necessarily be bad for you because of the way that you eat, the foods you like, the foods, that make sense with your living habits. You do great with bulk prep, and you do great with sticking to a plan. You're super hard-willed. You're super on the work ethic. You're great with that. Your determination is awesome. So let's dwell on that. Let's play the positives. You see good results. You're great at resisting temptation. If I tell you a food's bad, you're not going to eat it. So let's thrive with that. The last type of dieter that we're going to talk about today is our moderators. Now, this is definitely me, and I know it's Kai as well. I know you're out there watching this video. Moderators are an 80-20 or kind of a 90-10 lifestyle living. So what that means is 90% of the time we are dialed in. Moderators splurge for that 10%. They're not planned cheat meals. They just know when to cheat. They remember the last time they cheated. They don't let it be every week. You can often see moderators eating a piece of pizza. These people are generally pretty fit. They don't really gain a ton of weight. That's because they have a very good memory and they're very good at dialing it in when they need to. Moderators, you need to be careful of the temptations. You need to be careful when you splurge that you don't over splurge. You need to be careful about getting back on track, because remember, it does have to be 90%. When we start creeping into the 70%, 60% good whole foods diet, that's when we start to see issues. But if we're eating good whole foods, you're dialed in with your macros, you're dialed in with your proteins for 80 or 90% of the time, you're successful. Moderators, that's kind of what I was leaning towards the yo-yoers to become when they're not on a fad diet and they're sticking to it. So I hope you found that useful. If you have questions about any of those 3 types of dieters that I talked about today, talk to us in boot camp. We would love to figure out what type of dieter you are and create an action plan that's going to work for you. FitBody, on that note, have a great rest of your Wednesday. Comment below if you have questions. We'll see you in boot camp today. Have a blessed rest of your day.